All right, Brother Joshua. This is going to be a really, really bad video, but I want to try to help you out as much as I can. I don't have any glue. That's kind of been my weakness here. But I want to get you started on how to do this, okay? So here is the crepe wool. This side, as you can see, has already been kind of fluffed. I'm gonna show you how to do. What you do is you take, see the strings right here, okay? That's what ties it all together, if you can kind of see that, right? All right, so what you're going to do is just kind of pull gently. See how that's kind of threading out? Okay, you're just going to pull gently, okay? And as it kind of comes, you just kind of take the strings off of it like that. Just kind of work them loose, okay? And then pull a little bit more. Pull gently so you don't pull it apart. But ultimately, got some brown in there. Ultimately, okay, you come to this. What I normally do is kind of throw the end over my shoulder. The real trick to making a good beard is to make this really super thin. So as you can see, I'm spreading this out, right? So when you get down here to the braid, where it's real tight like that, what you want to do is really start thinning it like this, one at a part. Just real gently, okay? But ultimately, you want to end up with it being super thin like this, okay? Now, this end is not straight, as you can see, because I had cut off, so I'm going to take and show you. And it doesn't matter that you kind of cut, oh, those are bad scissors. It doesn't really matter that you cut in the wrong spot, because ultimately you can use crepe hair for other stuff. So like your short stuff is going to become your mustache and stuff like that. But as you can see, I got a clump here. It's really thin. As you can see against that wall, I mean, it's really super thin. This is an excellent piece to go right here, okay? Because what you're going to do then is once it's glued on, so what you would do is take the applicators like this, okay? Put the glue. If you're going to use latex, you can use latex. That's a short-term beard, but it cleans off much easier. Latex, you're going to get maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of performance time. So it's a very short-lived beard. Spirit gum is the best thing to use if you're going to do a single play. So latex, like when we were doing Forsaken, first scene I had the beard, has to come off quickly. First scene's only about 10-15 minutes, whatever it is, 20 minutes. I'm good. So I put it on like this, you know, put it on down here starting, and you smear the latex. I'll kind of go underneath the chin a little bit to maybe an inch or two or so below, just below your chin line, because you want it to go up on the neck. You want it to look real, okay? So you would put it on pretty heavy, okay? And then very gently come in and apply it. And you see how very instantly I've got a nice goatee. And then what you would do is spread the bottom out to where it looks like the ends of hair, you see? Okay? So already I've got a nice long goatee, you can see there, okay? And as you press it on, it's going to go around the lip and whatever. And it's got the starting of the hairline, you see, going up. So then your next piece is going to cut and kind of be real skinny up here at the top, and I'll show you how to do that, and kind of come down, and you're going to basically put the glue then around and underneath like this, okay? Your next piece then is going to lay in here beside and kind of fill up this area. Don't worry if there's a little gap, because then you can just pull off a little piece and glue it in the gap and kind of feather it all in. Alright? That's if you're using latex. Spirit gum is the best thing to use. Spirit gum, what you want to do, because it takes a minute to tack up, you take the lid off the bottle, and they'll have a brush on the lid usually. You dip it down in there and you begin to put it just like this. You're going to go across kind of come down. Do the same thing as I just showed you with the latex. So pretend this is a brush. You're just going to put it on, and then you're just going to let it tack up for a minute. So 30 seconds to a minute, something like that. It takes a little air time, so you can still be prepping some of this stuff. Okay? So then when you get to that point, again, kind of start in the middle and work it out. Same idea. When you go to make your sideburns are very crucial. What the problem, the biggest mistake that a lot of people do is they try to get it too thick up here. Well, as you can see, it's real, your sideburns are real thin anyway. So what you want to do is come out here. So again, I'm pulling this thing, getting a little more material to work with here. Okay, pulling the string down. I'm going to feather this. Again, I'll try to show you this here. All I'm doing is just pulling the hair apart just to make it real super thin, because that's what's really crucial to the whole thing. And again, remember, beards are not normally as long on the side as they are in the front. So if you have a beard like this in the front, what you want to do is kind of come in and basically just really kind of angle it in to the bottom down here, you see? So it doesn't take a whole lot. And again, a lot of times with sideburns, what I'll do is rather than cut it, I will pull it loose from the strand, from the braid. Okay. Reason being is because you get that frayed look that's going to go up here at the top. All right. So you see, I've got a nice full, feathered out piece here. What I'm going to do is kind of pull that in half. That's going to end up being my two sideburns, basically. Okay, I'm going to come right here. I figure that's probably just about as long, because you got to have a little bit longer, but you're not going as long. So probably about an equal distance as the piece you've already put here. All right. You're going to take like this and just pull it loose. Now you see how that frayed? That's the top. All right. So you come up here like this, and again, you take your spirit gum. Okay, don't get it in this hair right here, bro. This right here, you'll have to shave it off, or I mean, it's horrible. So go a little bit below it. Begin to put the spirit gum, and again, you want to imagine the hairline. All right, you want to imagine the hairline. So you put the spirit gum. And you can always come back and put a little more glue or whatever, but you can't hardly take the stuff off, so be careful of that. Again, you want to come down your jawline, okay? Just about the same distance you went underneath your chin. You want to kind of come up and then round it right here, okay? So again, you put that on just like that. Then when you take this, you want to pull this up. And though it looks super thin, right? Okay, well, don't worry. It needs to look that thin. It needs to look real thin. Thinner the better. Okay, so something about like that. Okay, and then you would take it and kind of push it in there and lay it in, so that basically when you're done, you've got something kind of like this. Okay, all right. And whatever looks too thick up here, once the glue dries, you can take this piece like this, hold it, and then pull this out. See, I pulled that out, but yet it kind of left that there. I know I'm not using glue here. I wish I had some. I would do it, but anyway. Now all the little pieces that you pull off and all that stuff save, because sometimes all you need is just a little bit for a mustache. You want your mustache really thin too, especially depending on age, and on the age you're going for. So then, as you get that up there, and see how that's really way too long and way too thin. Okay, that's where you're going to trim. That's where you're going to trim it down and make it look like you want it to. Okay. Now, hope I'm giving you the general idea here. All right, now let's do a mustache. So again, it doesn't take really much. Okay, So what I normally do is whatever I cut off of this, I was telling you this, and you kind of cut it, you're going to have some of this stuff left over. Okay? So say you get just a little piece like that. That's plenty. Okay, so you can see in my hand, I'm trying to get this where you can see it. You can see in my hand, it's really not much. It's like a little tough. All right? You get just a little bit of water, and I mean a very little bit, just a few drops. Okay? And you rub it in your hand. Okay? Makes your hands just kind of wet. You can see them glistening there. All right, you take that little tuft of hair like this. Okay? You just roll it. What the water does is just make it stick just a little bit. Okay? Now, you end up with something about like that. Alright? Now this is pretty bushy. Okay? But that's okay because you're going to glue it on there, and then you're going to pull a little bit off and you're going to trim it and stuff like that. So again, you got this thing like this. Now remember, a mustache, a real mustache grows this way and it grows this way. It never grows in the middle. It's never one piece like this. That looks, okay, melodramatic, right? All right, we're not going for melodrama here. We're going for real drama. Okay, so you take that, basically like that, just cut it in half. Okay, that part's going to become this half. And again, see how it's too bushy and too long? It's okay. You're gonna either, when it's glued down, you're gonna take and either pull it out like this, pull the excess off once it's glued on and dried, or you can come in and kind of trim it. But watch trimming it real sharp because it becomes obvious then. All right, so you would do that. Okay, take your spirit gum, put it on. Okay, over to meet wherever your beard line is on this side, because you're going to do the same thing to this side as I did to this side. You're going to come over, put it on there. Okay, and you're just going to touch it. You don't want to press too hard to start with, so you just kind of barely tap it down and just let it dry there. Okay, again, spirit gum, you need to let it tack up. So you can put this on and then actually kind of work your beard a little bit. Okay, put both sides on. Then you come with the other piece and you do the same thing. Just touch it. Gently, gently press it down. Okay, once you get it on there, then you do the same thing. You either pull the ends out, trim it just a little bit, trim it kind of below the beard, like into the beard line here, so that it kind of all feathers together. All right. Then you want to remember the look that I go for is never a real trim look, especially with Bible beards. They just weren't trimmed like that. Okay, so I'll take and really fray the ends out. If I need to trim down here, I will. I'll trim it right here. You know, kind of trim it into a kind of a, not a V, but just a nice rounded look. And then I'll take and just fray the edges so that it kind of makes the ends go out, not out, but you know, just fray a little bit. All right, so I hope that helps. I wish I had some glue. I would do it for you right, but that should get you started. If there's any questions at all, let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you out with it. All right? All right, good luck with it, bro. We'll be praying for you. Bye-bye.